A man covered in blood walked out holding a gun. The woman standing nearby was terrified when she saw him.
Shut the fuck up!
They used to work together at the restaurant, but instead of working, the couple was openly flirting in front of the two of them. Randy couldn't take it anymore and told them to tone it down. However, this only angered the man. He stormed over and began insulting Randy harshly. Then, he grabbed a moldy burger and forced Randy to eat it. At this moment, Benson, who had been watching from the side, couldn't stand it any longer.
Stop.
The man walked up to him in a threatening manner. Randy didn't want to cause more trouble, so he reluctantly ate the moldy burger. Benson, infuriated by his cowardice, stormed out of the restaurant, grabbed a gun from the trunk of his car, and returned to aim it at the man.
Hey, where were you, buddy?
The woman's screams attracted the manager. Seeing the bloody scene, the manager was so terrified that he ran into the back room, but Benson stopped him, facing a leader who only exploited employees. Benson didn't hesitate to pull the trigger. The woman didn't escape his wrath either. At this point, Randy was frozen in fear, shivering and begging Benson to spare him. Seeing Randy, who was now crying, Benson decided to let him live. They dragged the bodies into the storage room. They then cleaned the blood from the dining area. Benson locked the restaurant doors, then told Randy to get in the car. But Randy stood there, unmoving. This angered Benson.
Bradley, I could have killed you 100 times by now. Will you get in the fucking car?
Randy sat in the car like a robot, and they drove away. Throughout the drive, Benson wasn't the least bit afraid of having killed someone. In fact, he calmly calculated when his next shift would be. As they passed another restaurant, Benson threw Randy a piece of clothing, and they walked in boldly. After finishing their meal, they continued their journey. Benson mocked the small town for being full of weaklings, and called Randy the biggest loser of them all. Next, he planned to save Randy's pathetic soul. They stopped at a gas station, and Benson told Randy to wait inside. Seeing no one around, Randy considered running. But Benson, in the store, noticed his intentions. He pulled out a gun and pointed it at the store manager. To avoid involving anyone else, Randy had no choice but to listen to Benson. Benson asked him why he was so cowardly. Randy shared a painful memory from second grade. Randy was very mischievous. He liked to place erasers at the ends of rulers and flick them like a slingshot. One day, he accidentally hit the teacher in the eye, causing her to lose sight in that eye. Afterward, Randy's heart was crushed by the incident. Benson told him it was just an accident. Since Randy hadn't properly apologized back then, today was his chance to make it right. So they drove to the school. By asking around, they got the teacher's address. On their way out, they ran into Randy's former teacher, who immediately recognized him.
Randy?
She gave Randy a warm hug and invited both of them inside. Randy gathered his courage and apologized for what happened years ago. But the teacher had long since forgiven him. She was now married with a happy family. Hearing this, Randy felt a sense of relief.